All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. Time to set the old turducken aside and get ready for football as here we go on a Thanksgiving night. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Set! 19! Mike, 58, right there. Let's get the ball. 124.
Watson on first down. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at their 49-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw, Watson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, there has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Luck now to throw. Ebron caught left side. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
And the Colts first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Right there in the middle, 55. Nice, sweetheart.
This is Marlon Mack, 3rd-year running back. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Love. To the right side to Eric Ebron. 16 yards, a first down.
That's it, baby.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some tough...
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Hines on the toss play. And, this Texans defense, they're all charged up now. They stop him behind the line for the 2nd straight play.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now it's Locke. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here's Jones. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 39-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing is Locke. Caught left side by Funchess. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
1st down, Colts.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 48-yard line. They run with Hines. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. This is Hines. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
And it brings up 3rd down.
3 And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down.
Watch the shit. Watch the shit. Watch the shit. Watch the shit. Bang, bang. Bang, check.
49, check 49, check 49.
From the gun, here's Locke. And he's got Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 21.
A gain of 22 yards. And the Colts first down.
Check out. Line 40.
On first and 10, Locke into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and he will score. It's a touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And that'll make the score 14-0. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. On second and 11 now. Luck. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, he'll force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch. Now a hit, and Locke lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Throwing again is Watson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hopkins. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
That's good. for a Texans first down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Oh, you got deep? You got double?
59!
A first down carry now for Miller. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. Anthony Walker, the other Colts linebacker with over 100 tackles a year ago, making the play there. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Watson. Open man is Hansen. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 40. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Watson. That's taken in by Hansen, complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You got to be.
No time now.
Don't be scared of it.
From the red zone now, Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Austin Seferian-Jenkins. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 21-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah.
Looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for now. 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
And now a big play to start off this drive as the shot downfield is complete. Give him 30 yards there. Well, one thing's for sure. They're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, you know, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
It's 2nd and 8.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You
24. And go.
Now it's Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers getting together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL, That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. 4th down, so the Texans dial up the number of their second-year punter, Trevor Daniel, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. And you know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Room here to run. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. He's going to float this over the middle deep, and he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. That'll bring up second down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now Lott. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Jadeveon Clowney in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Luck. Looking deep here for Ebron. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
Here's Luck, and this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. J.J. Watt in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. Here's Luck. And he's going to go down again. Whitney Merciless has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. And now Adam Vinatieri. He's into his 40s now. You'd think low to mid-50s, probably about the outside of his range. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And that right there is something we've seen, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Watson now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Watson with a give to Miller. And an alley to run. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. So we've reached halftime here on the Thanksgiving night. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting some
under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Third and long. It's locked. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over first and 10.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. He's coming. He's coming. He's coming.
On first down, Watson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Watson now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's first and 10.
Line 36.
A shotgun snap for Watson. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Texans push further out in front. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson, and they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Brissett. That's complete to Marlon Mack. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
It's a gain of 20.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. To throw, Brissett. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 35.
First down, Colts.
Brissett now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Here's Brissett. Forced out to his left. Funches has it complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Brissett. Eluding the pressure. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing the 2nd and a bundle. Looking for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers, no matter what it says on the score.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. Vinatieri, the NFL's oldest active player, also the league's all-time leading scorer, past Morton Anderson last year.
Yeah, he turned 46 in December of 2018. He really can't see it in his leg. Maybe in the beard.
You can see it in the beard.
Maybe in the beard. That's about it. But as long as he's booting them the way he's booting them, keep going, big guy.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Out of the gun, Watson. Buying time to his left. Going deep for Hopkins. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Check 26, check 26.
Operating from the gun, Watson. Incomplete over the middle, Safarian Jenkins. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 37.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter, because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Watson on 1st down. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Fuller. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Dancing to his left. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Okay, ready? 61, matchbox, lights.
Check safety, check.
Let's go.
After the penalty, it's Miller. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. A good productive run there on 1st down. He winds up getting 8. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Let's go, boys. Go.
At their own 12-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
On 2nd and 9, Brissett, and he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick, a little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. A good pick up there, 26 yards. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. To throw is Brissett. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jadeveon Clowney in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
What we got? What we got? What we got?
Out of the gun, Brissett. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. J.J. Watt has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Matthias Farley. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Ready? 55. Right there in the middle. 55. I got one. Set up.
They'll run on first down. It's Hines, and they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Throwing on second and 14. Brissett. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Jadeveon Clowney with sack number 23 on the year, breaking Michael Strahan's mark of 22.5. Congratulations. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
We got
It's 3rd and long for Brissett. He's going to go up top for the end zone and almost intercepted. That would have been his 3rd pick in this game alone. Instead, 4th down. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
Yeah.
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And Watson's going to throw it here. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now he'll let this one go deep right sideline. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Here's Watson. He's going to look deep down the field. This is caught inside the 15. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. You know, the man on our cover, John Madden, so synonymous with these Thanksgiving Day games. He was on TV for these from, I think, 81 to 01, giving out the Turkey Leg Award and turducken he always talked about. Special when you got a guy going off like this. I think he would be a good recipient of the Turkey Leg Award.
Well, he's definitely already worked on that leg. Is it possible he could end up getting the whole turkey?
Yeah, give him a thigh,
or the
too.
whole turducken. And it's really great that you mentioned Coach Madden because everyone knows him from this. Everyone knows him from the broadcast booth. Remember, he won a Super Bowl as a head coach in Oakland.
Yep, he did indeed. But right now, we are watching maybe one of those turkey leg performances with his 2nd touchdown there. A 1st down throw for Brissett. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. The Colts on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 10.
Mike 37. Check pass, check pass. There we go. 37's the Mike. Mike 37. I smell fear in that offense. I smell.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the 1st down to go along with it. 1st down, Brissett. Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Throwing now, Watson. Steps away to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Fuller. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
First down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Reset. Like 88. 36. Alert, alert. Alert, alert. Check 52.
On first and 10, Watson. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations, quite the accomplishment. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
Mike, 36.
Now it's Watson going for it all. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
The one with the dime look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And that'll make it third down. The Colts on third down, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. On third down, a run by Mack. Oh, he sheds himself free. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points.